love surprises. You may not. The surprises I really love are the good variety. Those where someone really has taken the time to get to know something that you want. They've listened to you quietly and schemed and put together a surprise you were not expected. Like a trip you'd always thought about taking, but never really got to take it. There was always a reason. That special gift you wanted to give yourself or thinking of, but put it off and put somebody else in front of you. My father, his name is Charles, loved surprises. He loved giving surprises, especially Christmas. The man would scheme and plan throughout the year. He just had a way of looking you in the eye each time you had a conversation and weaving in certain questions and you had no idea. But he was trying to find out if something you talked about before was still something that was important to you and how important that was. I remember one particular Christmas where I just didn't know what was coming. Now, we weren't rich by any means. At the beginning of each school year, I recall being told you get one new set of clothes. And when you get home, before you do your chores, Laura, I grew up on a farm, make sure you change into your hand-me-ups. Yep, hand-me-ups. See, my brother, Mark, was 3 years younger than I am. And he's always been my big little brother. Still is my big little brother. So I wore hand-me-ups. So a surprise from my father at Christmas time really had to be well planned and well budgeted. This one particular Christmas I'm speaking of, all the presents had been distributed, and we were about to go into our family tradition of having a wonderful feast afterwards. And I was saying thank you and everyone was being grateful, but in the back of my mind, honestly, I was kind of wondering why my brothers got a little more than I did. But I was still grateful and we went on. Later on, my mom and I were in the living room and oblivious to what my brothers were doing, we were talking about where my new home was. I was 30 minutes away and I was thinking, maybe she didn't get to know me well enough, or Dad didn't get to know me well enough in the last year that he just didn't get there. Well, here comes my younger brother, Mark, and my dad wheeling in this thing underneath a blanket. They take it off, and surprise! I had always been admiring my grandmother's double-doored ice chest. Thought, now one of these days I'm going to refinish that and make it a piece of furniture. My father had done that for me. It was gorgeous. Now, don't stop there. Here comes my older brother, Jeff, and he has a handmade, I forget names. It was an oak coat rack. And my father said, "Sis," called me sis, "these are for your new apartment." See, I have great memories of all those, and I've taken on surprises. I love to plan and scheme surprises, and each time I do, I remember my father and all my special surprises. He got one that he didn't really want, the surprise of the bad variety. When he was 49, he was diagnosed with esophageal and stomach cancer. He lost his battle. Those memories live with me every day. And I remember how important and how much I love surprises. Great
staff from speaking.